This video is brought to you by True Tales of Buried Treasure, the largest collection of old treasure magazines in the West. On our website, you can search for individual treasure stories by region or by our original magazines themselves. To pay us a visit, please click on the link in the description. Enjoy.
When Father Pierre Jean de Smet ventured upon the sacred lands of the Durell Indians in 1844, he found himself bewildered by the absence of a chapel built by Father Adrian Hucken, his fellow Jesuit priest. Curiosity piqued, de Smet inquired about this peculiar omission. "Our brethren have no need for a chapel," Father Hucken explained. "These noble natives have unveiled a magnificent grotto nestled within the ancient rocks, spacious enough to accommodate the entire tribe. It shall serve as our holy sanctuary." As they stepped into the cavernous depths, Father Hucken gestured towards a striking formation of deep blue-green hue at the far end, revealing it to be a hidden copper deposit. Astonished, de Smet inquired further. "Copper!" he exclaimed, a twinkle of intrigue in his eyes. "Let us share this secret exclusively with the Pendorei. Promise me, Father Hucken, that you shall guard this knowledge as fervently as I have safeguarded mine about the gold." "Gold?" his companion gasped, his voice laden with disbelief. "Aye, gold," de Smet confessed, his voice tinged with both anticipation and trepidation. "These mountains hold vast riches, and the discovery of such wealth would herald the demise of Christianity, the obliteration of our sacred covenant with God." Throughout his tenure among the indigenous tribes, Father de Smet had cultivated an enduring bond of trust and respect. The tribesmen had often revealed to him the locations of gold mines, yet the resolute Jesuit had zealously guarded these secrets, fearing that a frenzied gold rush would decimate the ancestral hunting grounds of the noble natives. However, there was one instance when the sacred secret had inadvertently slipped through the cracks. The priest had spent several years dwelling within the confines of the American Fur Company's outpost at the mouth of the Maurice River in Montana. Having successfully pacified the tribes of that region, de Smet believed the time had come to extend his benevolent influence to the more formidable tribes of the north, especially the formidable Blackfeet of Canada. In the year 1845, Father Pierre Jean de Smet embarked on a treacherous journey into the northern wilderness with a small band of 6 Indians and half-breed woodsmen. Their path was perilous, crawling over avalanche-swept slopes covered with dense alder slides, where the old branches lay level with the ground and the younger twigs shot up higher than a man's head, forming a maze that not even their axes could subdue. As the little band trudged on, day after day slipped by monotonously. Sometimes the men slept upon mountain slopes in the fragrance of balsam fir, sometimes among the lemon-yellow aspens where the hills were low and dry. Leaving the headwaters of the Columbia River, Father de Smet and his men headed eastward to where the Blackfeet should be found. Now their rough journey took them toward Rocky Mountain House, a Hudson Bay Company trading post and fort on the South Saskatchewan River. Just before reaching the fort, they killed a fat buffalo. The pot in which the meat was boiled was a greasy mess when the meal was finished. One of the half-breed woodsmen took it to a small stream and, scooping up a handful of sand, began to scour it. After a few minutes, he was amazed to notice some yellow grains in the pot. Excitedly searching the stream bed, he discovered flakes and nuggets of gold. With hearts full of jubilation, the woodsman dashed back to the campfire and announced that he had discovered a rich gold strike. Now, they would all be rich for life. But Father de Smet knew the dangers of gold and urged them to keep the discovery a secret. The Blackfeet's hunting grounds could be destroyed, and their way of life would be forever changed if gold fever consumed them. All but Father de Smet erupted in jubilation, slapping each other's backs with unbridled joy. Yet the weathered priest's eyes brimmed with sorrow as the men proposed hastening back to the Maurice River, securing mining tools and returning to work the placer. To mark the sacred spot, they raised a wooden cross upon a distant butte, a silent sentinel watching over the creek. In the midst of breaking camp for their departure, Father de Smet summoned the men, his voice heavy with sadness. "My dear children, gold has been the catalyst for countless crimes and miseries. Ponder the chaos that would ensue if you were to mine it here. This tranquil land would soon be overrun by desperate souls. They would decimate the bountiful game that surrounds us, perpetuating conflict with the Indians who rely on these creatures for sustenance. And remember, these are your kin. By unearthing this treasure, you jeopardize the very lives of your loved ones. Moreover, I fail to see how mining gold would truly benefit you. Continue as you have before, in peace and abundance. You may still trap the beaver, the otter, and the wolf, providing for your families. But the church forbids you from pursuing this gold. It forbids you from uttering a word about our discovery. Perhaps one day, if the church finds itself in dire need, it may avail itself of this treasure to defend against the wicked. But should that day never come, let us bury deep within our hearts the whereabouts of this precious secret. When the priest had finished this solemn warning, he compelled every man in the party to take a sacred vow, never to disclose the presence of the gold or exploit it for personal gain. This oath was taken with a heavy heart, yet with unwavering obedience, beneath the shadow of the towering cross. And so, the dispirited group reluctantly followed De Smet into the realm of the Blackfeet. History chronicles Father De Smet's triumph in bringing the gospel to the untamed Blackfeet, persuading them to forsake warfare against other tribes and white traders. But what became of the gold strike? De Smet's loyal band of Indians and woodsmen guarded the secret of the lost cross, yet whispers of their discovery eventually surfaced. In moments of inebriation, some divulged the existence of a bountiful gold deposit, yet they remained tight-lipped about the exact location where the cross was erected. Countless adventurers have embarked on fruitless quests, seeking this elusive treasure, only knowing it lies along a tributary of the South Saskatchewan River, possibly near Rocky Mountain House in the province of Alberta. After years dedicated to improving the lives of the Indians, Father Pierre Jean De Smet departed this world on May 23, 1873. He was laid to rest at the Jesuit novitiate in Florissant, Missouri, carrying the secret of the lost cross and other gold mines to his eternal slumber.
Thanks for watching. If you'd like to read the original article or purchase the magazine from which it was taken, please check out our website, truetalesofburiedtreasure.com.